Okay, guys, how many seats are available in the first place? 69 seats. And then, but look, you already have a whole bunch of people that have a designated seat they have to be in. How many people are already going to take up a seat?
25.
Where'd you get 25?
There's 22 girls and the coach, principal, and vice principal.
There you go. The coach, principal, and vice principal are 3 people who take up a seat, plus 22 is 25. So subtract them, and how many seats are remaining? 44. Okay, then it asks you, how many guests can each of the tennis players bring? So how do you figure out if you have 44 seats left, how many people they can bring? Divide them. There you go. 44 divided by 22. So each tennis player, hopefully you get the sentence. Make sure you get the sentence. Can bring 2 guests. Are you okay? Okay, so when you have your math workshop test once a quarter, you're going to have questions very similar to this. And make sure that you have a sentence that goes with it, okay? Because you are in free AP. We've got to make sure we are explaining and justifying our answer. Y'all okay? Yeah? Okay, so yesterday we did ACT problem number 7. And today we're going to review it. Alright, and I had a few people that needed some extra copies. Was that, Jared, did you need one too?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Alright, anybody else? Is anybody not here and need one? We're ready. Okay, so let's make our math easy on number 7, guys. So 1/2 inch is how many miles? 10. So what would a whole inch be? 20 miles. Alright, and then 4.5, let's just make that easy and do 4 inches. What would 4 inches be? 80. How'd you do that? 20 times what? 4. And so then I need another 1/2 inch. Another 1/2 inch was 10. 80 plus 10 should be 90. Y'all feeling okay about the ACT so far? Okay, especially if you haven't taken it before. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more comfortable with it, okay? All right, here's what we're going to do real quick. We are going to do 2 problems for our notes. 2 problems for our notes, just to kind of give us a little breathing room for tomorrow, okay? Just so we don't have to do so much tomorrow. Are y'all okay with that? Kind of make a little bit of a chill day tomorrow? Okay. I mean, it won't be a chill day, but at least we won't have to be flying. All right, we're going to do numbers 1 and 4, and then that'll be all she wrote. Besides the quiz. All right, what about number 1? It says to solve. What can I do to solve? It already is add. What's opposite? There you go. Subtract the 6. So B is less than, what's 14 minus 6? Perfect. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to talk about describing the solution set. So today we're just going to solve and we're going to graph, okay? So go ahead and draw you a line graph. You can just put 3 numbers on there if you want. That's fine. Okay, last year and in Algebra 1, bless you, you learned about these less than and greater than signs, right? So if you don't remember which one's which, the way I always remember it is I hold my fingers up like this, and my left hand makes the less than. It makes the L shape, right? You'll see that? So that's the less than sign, okay? So now you have to ask yourself, does this get an open circle or closed circle on this? Open. All right, here's how we remember it. You ready? See number 2? See how it has this bar? Solid bar, solid dot. Does this have a solid bar? No. So this gets an open dot. Does that make sense? Is that easy to remember? Yes. Look at number 2. See how it has a solid line right here? So when we graph that one tomorrow, it will get a solid dot on the line because it's equal to. This one does not have that little bar. That means it's going to get really, 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 really close to 8, but never actually touch 8. So that's why we do an open circle on 8. Okay? All right, so then less than, where are all the values that are less than 8? Which way? To the left. Very good. So you're going to shade to the left. All right, then we'll do number 4, and then that's it, okay? This will not be on your quiz. We just need to do these 2 to kind of give us some breathing room tomorrow. All right, what about this one? How can I solve for z? Add the 14. So what's negative 32 plus 14? Negative 18. Very nice. Okay, then I need to get rid of that negative 6. Yeah. Madison, can you see that? Do I make it bigger? No? Okay, I thought I saw you scrunching. I'm sorry. So that's just you? I got it. I feel your pain. Well, I used to feel your pain. I don't have to feel your pain anymore. I don't wear glasses anymore. No, I had that laser surgery last year. So. Anyway, all right, so what's negative 18 divided by negative 6? 3. Okay, now here we go. This is a little different than equals, because what happens to this inequality sign if you divide by a negative? It flips, right? Because negative means opposite. Yeah. So this is the only time that it matters, making sure that you line the 18 over 6 up with the 3 and the z on the right side. Normally it doesn't matter, right? But it's kind of a big deal with these inequalities. So I don't want to graph yet. What's wrong with my answer? Look back at number 1. What's wrong with this answer? It's not on the right side, right? The letter's on the wrong side. So let's flip it around. And if you get confused, look at it. The mouth is open to the 3 and closed to the z. So when you flip it around, keep it that same way, okay? Open to the 3, closed to the z. This is the one we're going to go off of. Yes, ma'am.
So the index and the b the same as in the problem?
Only because the z was on the wrong side.
Okay, so when the letter's on the wrong side, like it's gonna
Flip the whole thing.
So you know that it's right when you flip it equal the sign that's in the problem?
Only if the letter is on the right to begin with, and you had to divide by a negative, then yes. But it will not always be like that. So if the letter's on the correct side, if it's on the left side, and you divide it by a negative, it'll be opposite than what you started with. Yes, ma'am?
When you graph it, should the answer to the thing always be the middle?
Yes. Well, and that really doesn't matter. It just looks real nice and proper. And this is how you would see it on the answer choice with the number in the middle like that. But if you put like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not going to count off, okay? So I'm just lazy and only want to put the smallest amount of numbers that I can. Okay, what about this one? Open dot or closed dot? Open. Remember, if there's a solid line here, that's when it'll get a solid dot, okay? Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
All right, and then which way? Now that I've got my letter in the right spot, it's less than 3. So where's that go? To the left. There you go. Get it good? Okay, here we go. Put that up. And let's do a real quick review. Put everything up except for a pencil and a calculator. If you've got checkpoints you still need to do, you might want to wait and watch this review first. Maybe that'll clear up a few misconceptions. All right, if I were to classify square root of 100, 1/3, and pi, how would I start classifying them? Real number first. They're all real first. There you go. What is a square root of 100? It's 10, right? Okay, then from there it goes to 2 groups. It goes to rational and irrational. What about 10? What is it? It's rational. What about 1/3? It's rational because it's a decimal, but it repeats with a pattern, right? So that's rational. What about pi?
It's irrational.
It's irrational because it's all kinds of crazy numbers with no kind of pattern whatsoever, so it's irrational. Then you go to integers. Integers are no decimals whatsoever. No decimals, okay? They are negative numbers, 0, and positive numbers. So are any of those 3 integers?
Yeah.
First one.
The first one, there you go. Because you cannot have decimals. There you go. What about whole numbers? Whole numbers are just 0 and positives, no decimals. The first one, there you go. No decimals, okay? No decimals. And the last one is natural, which is how you count.
Yes.
Yes, you can count to 10. So if you can count to it, it's all 5 of them. That makes sense to everybody? No loss? All right. What about this one right here? What? The z is integer. All right. What about evaluate? How do I evaluate that?
You sub in 3, so it's negative 3 squared plus 7.
All right. So like this, right?
Yeah. No, you can use parentheses.
Ooh, I got to use parentheses, but how do I use those parentheses? Do I do just there? You go, just around the -3, not the square. Because if you type it in with the square, it will still give you -9, okay? And you have to know that to use your calculator correctly, because it's only going to do what you tell it to do, okay? So then this would be +9 plus 7, which is 16. So they got a good yellow, okay? All right, what about this one? So you have two options. You can understand that 1/3 times 9 is like saying 9 divided by 3, right? Or you could type in your calculator, parentheses, 1 divided by 3, close parentheses, and then times 9. What do you get? 3. Okay? You can know that 1/3 times -12 is like saying -12 divided by 3, or you can type it in 1 divided by 3, and then times -12. What do you get? -4. There you go. Everybody okay so far? All right, last one.
You add the 3.
There you go. Okay. What's the only thing I mess with?
The outside number.
The outside number, okay? So, I'm not going to touch the d minus 7. It's going to stay d minus 7. But I'm going to have a positive 13.
And a negative 13.
There you go, okay? So, and then go from there. I'm going to add the 7,
Yeah.
and I'll get 20. Add the 7, and I'll get -6. Plug it in. What's 20 minus 7?
13.
There you go. Plug it in. What's -6 minus 7?
13.
Absolute value is,
13.
there you go. Are y'all okay? All right, that's everything that's going to be on your quiz. Here we go. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to I'm going to call you up here. If you do not hear your name, that means what should you be working on?
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. They are still in the tray for you if you need them, okay?